Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Ananda's Inner Monologue. I know it's been a while, and I do apologize for that's the inconsistency because I definitely intended to upload episodes from the main segment at least once a week. Um, I really had a lot of technical difficulty, if I'm being honest. I tried to upload 3 videos, a Dear Diary segment, and then 2 episodes, and I was unable to after editing and spending time and constantly retry to upload or constantly retrying to upload it from iMovie directly to YouTube. It did not work. Um, I'm having storage problems, even though I have the storage drive, and I just have so many ways to fix that, and it's been really, really frustrating. And at this point, I feel like I just want to go off grid, you know. But hey, I'm here to enlighten the world and be a support. And I realize that, even though I do love my isolation, I do love my alone time. And it's really essential to get to know yourself in a way like where there's nothing influencing your behavior, the way you act, or the way you feel, or what position you're in. Like, I'll do crisscross applesauce on the bed all day, all day. And I like sit very like strangely, or like I'll just randomly start stretching or dancing or whatever. Like, that's just because I'm so comfortable with myself and my body and my skin. So I'm very, very proud of that. But also too, I feel like I've really been in my head a lot. Um we'll dive into that a little bit later. But basically, today is a diary segment, and diary segments are kind of just messages I feel like that I'm experiencing to educate others on. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like with my knowledge and just with my perception of things, I understand how a lot of things are interconnected. Everything is interconnected. And we have so many possibilities and so much variety just to fit the scope of different perspectives and different people and different life purposes, life journeys. Um, this is my life journey. A caterpillar inside the cocoon. That's where I'm at right now. I'm inside this cocoon. I feel real antsy. I feel real uncomfortable, real unpleasant. And it's dark, right? And I learned recently that caterpillars inside the cocoon is actually a really painful experience for them. Little do they know they're about to emerge into something so, so beautiful, so, so great, right? A butterfly. Like, it's so worth it, I say. I say. But I kind of wanted to talk about growing pains. And I feel like as, a cisgendered woman, I've been hearing all my life, beauty is pain, beauty is pain. Why are cosmetics painful? Right? I shouldn't put on my makeup and should be like so uncomfortable. And I'm like more recently getting into like light makeup. Like, I prefer skin tints over foundation. I'll do concealer instead of like traditional contour. And sometimes I just do like lip gloss and lashes. Like, this is what I'm doing today because I did my lashes last night, and I just don't want to put too much like eye makeup on, even though I love a good wing. Okay, a good wing into like in my inner corner. Chef's kiss. Okay, she is so gorgeous, but I didn't want to do all that because I just put these lashes on and I want them to stay for about like a week or two. So I'm not gonna do too much around my eyes, even though I would like to. But I say that beauty is pain just rubs me the wrong way because I mean, the only thing I can think of that's painful is waxing and maybe threading and occasionally shaving and nairing and suntanning. Well, I don't suntan, but I would assume that there's, if you get sunburn, that is painful, right? But those things are rooted in pedophilia and white supremacy. Nothing wrong with wanting to be hairless. Hair does trap body odor and sweat. So I understand for a nice event you want to shave and stuff, but always being smooth like a baby's bottom. You see the analogy? Like a baby's bottom? rooted in pedophilia. People are attracted to younger girls because they don't have body hair. I've had body hair since I was 9 years old. Okay, I've been shamed and ridiculed for having body hair my whole life. And the stigma around body hair bothers me because people say you're unhygienic when you have body hair. It's kind of like fat phobia, how people automatically assume a plus size person stinks. I would like to say people with body hair and people who are plus size are some of the most hygienic people I know, coming from someone who is hairy. My routine is extensive. All you need is a exfoliating net and some natural soap, my love. Go to iherb.com, go search up some neem, vanilla neem soap, and get an African exfoliating net. I personally shop on Etsy. I would just shop local, black owned, preferably, not Amazon, please. Please. We need to move away from Amazon and Google, y'all. We need to move away from these companies that are funding like genocide and Project 2025. Stop spending your money there. Okay, moving on. But I don't believe that cosmetics should be. What was that? Something happened to my phone just after I said that. That was odd. But I don't believe cosmetics should be painful. I believe that it should enhance the beauty that you already have, and it should just be an addition. It shouldn't be painful. But I wish that I would have heard that growing is painful growing up rather than beauty is pain, because I feel like it would have allowed me to appreciate pain sooner. Um, After my breakup, I like really went so hard in the gym. Like I started training like John Wick, started looking to calisthenics. I'm going on the bars, like, you know, going back and forth as much as I can, as long as I can. I'm running across the turf with like, so basically my gym had this like crate thing, and it kind of looks like a cart. So you can push and pull it, and you can add weight in the middle of it. So I would add 3 45-pound plates, and then my ex gym partner, her on top, and I would push and pull that all across the turf. And like going forward and back is one set. So I would do three sets. And I really just like started to admire pain differently after going to the gym, seeing my muscles grow. I mean, even though you could say that's like instant gratification, but seeing progress within yourself is so difficult at times because it's you. So this is your current version of you, you know. It feels, it's like your highest self always wants to come out, always wants to be your the present. I feel like my highest self has been talking to me for so long. And it's like, I'm not saying we don't want change, because evolution is what makes us organisms. It's basically in our DNA and basically in our function to evolve. So change is not the problem, but when change wants you, honey, it don't leave you alone. It don't leave you alone. When change wants you, it makes you so uncomfortable, like literally to the point like there's a lot of behaviors and a lot of products and a lot of actions that I used to do that I can no longer do. My body physically restricts me from it. Um, the edge control, this is so random. Well, I'm not gonna say it's so random because it's actually gonna transition to my next point. But the edge control I use today is She's the Bomb, and you could get that from any beauty supply store. The edge control that I actually prefer is called Baskin Lather, and it's black owned. And I have to order it online, and I'm just unable to. And I lost my mini one. I lost my Baskin Lather. I don't know where it's at. So After using Baskin Lather for so long as I have, one, Baskin Lather is made for type 4 hair. My edges do not move. It don't move. Like I could, and it's stuck. It's stuck for 2 3 days, and then all I have to do is like take my edge brush and take some water and revamp them. It's so perfect. I just love it. But I say that to say that when I use She's the Bomb edge control today, literally whatever chemicals they have in it, it's no shades to the company at all. Because you can see my edges are semi, they're laid, but it's not as firm as Baskin Lather. And also, my head started hurting. Yeah. After I put it on, I felt like a tingling sensation, and I never felt that before using Baskin Lather. But Baskin Lather is vegan and natural. So I genuinely feel like when change wants you, it will not leave you alone. Trying to think of something else that I did that I had a similar reaction. Oh, food even. Every time I eat fast food, I literally feel sick to my stomach. And I was a child where we used to eat fast food often, like a lot. And I was sickly then too, but like as an adult and being more intentional and like eat, like I prefer home cooked meals. And every time I go out to eat, the food quality is decreasing everyone because our chefs have long COVID. Our chefs are disabled and not masking, and being constantly exposed to long COVID or constantly being exposed to COVID when you already have long COVID, it only worsens your disability. Long COVID alters your brain function, your cognitive function, the ability to have empathy, the ability to remember things. Um, Long COVID does so much: erectile dysfunction, fertility issues. It attacks the B cells, such as HIV does. It actually activates latent diseases that you've been living with but haven't been displaying any symptoms for. It can activate those diseases. It does so much harm. But I say that to say that the food quality is decreasing because our chefs have long COVID and our farmers have long COVID, and also climate change and Roundup pesticide killer being used in our food, and forever chemicals being used in our food but banned in other countries. Um, all these things matter, right? And I've been feeling sickly, like physically. Like one time I threw up, sorry, TMI, but I threw up after eating like frozen stuff because my body cannot consume that anymore. My energy is not okay with that anymore. Like I literally am on a different frequency to the point where I have to eat different. I have to sleep different. I have to use different hair products. I have to be mindful when I'm putting on my skin, on my body. I can only use unscented lotion and shea butter. When I use anything else, not saying that it bothers me, but sometimes it will. Sometimes I'll have an allergic reaction. Sometimes I'll get like little like bumps or whatever, or sometimes like I don't know how to explain it, but I'll feel like sluggish or I'll feel more drained. Like when change wants you, it don't leave you alone. And I know being a cocoon or being being a cocoon, being a caterpillar in a cocoon is not the easiest thing. However, I do want to, if you believe in something higher, something bigger than yourself, just know the creator will never put something that you can't handle on your plate if he didn't think you could handle it. And a lot of things are so I believe in soul contracts. And soul contracts basically states that your soul picks your parents, picks your family, picks the lessons you're supposed to learn for that lifetime, right? So my soul picked a dysfunctional family. I'm pretty sure a lot of souls have done that, but I picked a dysfunctional family, a blended family. I picked multiple parental figures in my life. The list is actually really long. I'm really grateful for all of them because they all have taught me something in their own way, and it's harsh a lot of the time, I'm not a fan of tough love, and I don't receive well to tough love. That would just be my only critique for them, to be more gentler, or to be gentler, gentler, to be gentler with me and my sister. I definitely wish they would have done that. But I say all that to say that my soul, okay, I have to learn, I had to learn that all these lessons are preparing me for something great. And Ananda, my name means divine love. And I don't think it gets any greater than that. That name, just that my name alone is so powerful. Ananda. It has so much authority, and it's so funny. One of my favorite compliments I've ever heard was someone asked me my name. I said my name is Ananda, and they said your name has so much authority to it. And I had to reclaim my power when I reclaimed my name, because for the longest I didn't go by my first name until middle school, and like in the world and even to my family, So I had to really establish my identity at some point. And it's so funny, I'm establishing my identity while it's building at one of the very first, transitions of being a child to being a teenager, then being a teenager to an adult, and then being a young adult to, you know, an adult, and then being an adult to an elder, right? That's what we're hoping that the timeline goes. And while I'm in this cocoon state, I just realized that all the lessons, all the battles are here for reasons. And pain is never to break you down. Pain is to build you up. um when you go to the gym, you're breaking down, you're tearing down muscles, so when you're recovering, they're restoring, and they're actually expanding, right? When you get a tattoo, I love tattoos, and I'm going to be tatted, so be on the lookout for that. Probably be on the lookout for another segment, other than the main segment of the episodes, and other than this segment of the Dear Diary entries. The third segment will probably vlogs, like vlogging in my life and stuff. So I'm probably gonna record my next tattoo session, because I want to be tatted. I want to be tatted. So yeah, I'll just probably record that. But anywho's, I say all that to say that a tattoo is literally ripping through skin to put permanent ink and look so cool, so fly. It's really, really beautiful. Pain is really, really beautiful. And the sooner I learn that, the sooner my life got easier. I'm not saying that there isn't challenges, but the challenges are worth it now. The challenges are worth it because it's coming from a place where I want to do it. And there's so much change that I actually want to share with you guys, but I can't yet. However, I am in the process of establishing my independence in the world and being a fully functioning person in society. With that being said, with that being said, I am very, very excited for this chapter of my life, and I'm very, very excited to be coming from a place of calmness. Even though I think I mentioned earlier that I feel antsy and like jittery being in the cocoon, there's a lot of calmness. There's a lot of calmness that's coming with this change, and honestly, there's some self doubt. And is it funny that I feel like the self doubt is kind of confirmation that I'm on the right track? Because I feel like when you're in the midst of change, like you're so far from the past version of you, but you're so close to this new version of you. Oh, excuse me. You're so close to this new version of you that like you're literally like your mind and your soul is like, hold on, what happened? Hold on, that was me. Hold on, where am I at? Right? It's like you don't know where you at, and I think not knowing where you're going, that self doubt can come in. And I've had people external energies try to project their feelings on my decisions and my path. And what I will say to that is let me learn, let me experience. I gotta do it. I gotta do it afraid, nervous, excited, happy, motivated, unmotivated. I gotta do it. So, with that being said, cheers to the caterpillar in the cocoon. Thank you for listening to my diary segment. Please be on the lookout for the main segments, which are actually episodes, which dives into mind, body, soul, and healing, healing. I love y'all so much. Thank you again for listening, for watching, and we're gonna reconvene soon.